Oh, man.
I know, right? Okay, we're in.
Ready?
All right.
Hey.
Hi. We can do an regular intro.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to our channel, reselling channel.
Hi. Thanks for checking us out. I'm Jovana.
That was awful.
Why?
You know, my intros, they're not scripted or anything.
I know.
So, you know.
We're not scripted.
I'm Nate.
You're not aware.
No, not scripted.
I'm Jovana.
Hi, Jovana.
We're your favorite resellers in Las Vegas. Our dog has stolen a sock from the bedroom and wants to participate.
He wants to play.
He just wants to play. We'll
I
play
know
in
you
just a
can't see
minute.
him, but he's got my dirty sock in his mouth, and I probably wore those for 3 days or something.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
So gross.
He's just the cutest.
I know, he is cute though. He's adorable.
He's such a weirdo.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to do the video if he'll start barking at us in a second.
So
yeah, there it is. Didn't take long, did it?
Pablo. So today we are going to talk about a couple of things. We're full-time resellers in Las Vegas. We buy and sell clothes for a living, list them on Poshmark and eBay. We've done that for several years.
Yep.
It is our full-time income. And we come here on YouTube and tell you funny stories and show you stuff we find.
Yep.
And
today is not a haul video.
Hope that gives you some insight into the resale business.
Yes. We normally only do haul videos. Sorry, my brain got going before you were done.
Haul videos are really fun.
Yeah, haul videos are fun, but this
segues into this a little bit.
Yeah, this is a good one.
So we are going to talk about. All right. Are
you going to go first?
I was just going to say this.
All right.
If reselling was only listing and shipping, would we still do it?
It's a good question.
It's a
so here's the scenario, right? Here's the scenario I'll paint it for you.
Okay. Paint us a perfect picture for us.
A rep from a clothing line. Oh my gosh, it's so windy out.
I know, it's windy.
A rep from a clothing line comes by with a bunch of SKUs in a box, and you don't, and it's not even one you like. It's just
stuff,
like,
inventory.
Let's say it's like a thread up box. They just hand you, and you get them one every week, and then you have no say in what comes in the box.
Yeah.
You just have to picture list it, and give it a great description and put it out there. And that is the only way you make money. You don't make money for the process. This is our scenario.
Okay.
So you were supplied the ABC
I'm already
goods.
very uncomfortable with this.
Me too. Everybody would be. I think.
It feels bad.
I shouldn't say that. I am also anxious about that. And I think that it would pile up quick because I have no interest in selling
stuff that's not interesting.
Like dresses or like slacks or blouses.
So what was your, how did you come up with this idea?
I asked.
But what was it that you asked? Like what parts of reselling do people like least? Or?
No. It's just like something unique that we can have a conversation about. That's honest conversation and not clickbaity, not lofty promises of you'll make so much money and all this.
Yeah, all of those things. Yep. So no thrifting, no garage sales, no estate sales, no online arbitrage, no retail arbitrage. You just get inventory and you need to list that and sell it.
Picture it, list it, and
that's how you're going to make your money.
That's how you're going to make your money. Again, you have no idea what's coming.
So that's a challenge.
From one week to the next, or whatever the timeline is that you have set up with that company.
So
this is not a real.
No, this is just hypothetical, obviously.
I mean, if a company wants to do that with us,
send us stuff. I love it.
Send us stuff that is hard to sell. We'll sell it.
So the challenge is, the part of thrifting that most everyone enjoys is the thrifting. Hunt. Yeah, the hunt of searching for things. I mean, the part of reselling is the thrifting.
Yep.
So that's the most fun part.
Dopamine that when you see an item and then you find out what the comp is and you go, oh,
you're like, sweet,
I can get it for $1. Or if you already know the comps, which most experienced resellers will know what they're looking for. Yep. Not everybody. So
that's the question. Is the hunt... How do you balance that then? Like the hunt part, which is the fun part that we love, and the dopamine release,
and then the
actual work part. Yeah. So a lot of people can get caught up in that, and then you have these giant death piles, or you get into this hoarder situation, and you have no money because all you do,
why you picked it up.
You just it feels good to buy stuff that's cool, and you're like awesome, and then you have to list it, and that's the hard part.
So being a reseller is not person who just goes to the thrift store and finds things that
cool shit
could be resold for profit.
Yeah.
That's
you
not
need to actually resell it. Otherwise,
you're just a collector.
You're just a collector.
Yep. You're just a hoarder.
You're just poor because you have spent all of your money.
Spent all your money and it's just sitting in here.
Yeah, staring
here.
At
I
you.
say here, like I'm pretending.
Well, and then that feels bad too when you have a big debt pile because you know that you've spent money on
guilty
that.
About it.
Yeah, and there's some guilt that comes out, and you're like, I really shouldn't go do the thrift, but that's the best part, obviously. But you have all the shit here that needs to get listed. And
it feels like, at least for myself, the last few months before we found out or fixed my health issues, is that.
We're both still a little sickly. So.
Yeah, my obviously when we got on a schedule, we were setting Mondays for our sourcing day.
Thrift days,
but then, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I wouldn't even list anything. It was just a matter of just like doing life things,
right?
Which is not going to pay our bills.
Yeah,
just surviving. So that's the part. Like we've talked about this before about time management, being a good scheduler of your time.
Yeah,
being a good, I guess, using your time wisely, the time that you have. A lot of people that aren't like us. They have kids. They have
other responsibilities. Maybe they have a regular job.
Job. Yeah, they
do this part time, or they want to transition to full time, but you have to pay your bills in the meantime.
Yeah, or you have a sick relative or a sick spouse, or
all of the things.
Those things that happen in life. Lose a job, or not. That's not what we're talking about. People that lose their job. I mean, obviously, you lost your job.
But it's like if you have other responsibilities, and so it's hard. We just have us. We can take care of us, no problem.
Right.
We don't have
I don't have excuses to not be doing listing.
We need to be listing.
I'm glad I don't have excuses because I would probably milk them for all they were worth.
Well, 100%. Like, if you give yourself 3 weeks to do something, you're going to take
3 weeks to do it. Yeah.
If you give yourself an hour to clean the kitchen will be clean.
Yep. That's discipline, though. Like, if I can't, I don't even take myself seriously.
Which is a challenge.
Like, I say, you have an hour to do this. I just laugh at myself inside my head.
It's not even real.
Come on, Nate. I'm not going to do. I'll do when I want to do it. I hate that. I know that's a whole nother issue.
All right.
So, like, when you go to the thrift or garage sales or estate sales, and you're like just keep doing it. And of course you're gonna. I love being a reseller. Right. I love working for myself.
Fun.
I love these things. But what about when taxes come?
Yeah.
What about when you obviously have your bills to pay.
Right.
What happens at the end of the month when you look at your Posh or eBay
and you have $100,
like $200? Yeah, that's all you've made because your fees and you bought things that
a lot of stuff
that you didn't sell for the price that you wanted it to sell, or you paid up for stuff that you shouldn't have paid up for because you got caught up in it.
Also, when you pay up for stuff, that's usually like going to take a little bit longer to flip.
Yeah.
Because you're invested.
Right.
It's probably an expensive thing that not everyone wants all the time.
Right. Or they don't even know they want it, or they've forgotten that they want it. You don't remember all the things you've saved in eBay that you get alerts on, right?
Right.
I mean, some things, sure, but not everything.
Not usually.
Yeah, not usually. So you wouldn't.
So is the part, so would you, if reselling for us was only inventory that we received, yes. Just photos, measurements, descriptions, shipping.
Right.
No searching, thrill. No sourcing, no. I mean, the benefit is, I guess, I'm going to assume that this imaginary company will have washed and sorted items. So I'm going to say we don't have flaws. Everything's clean and in good condition. My immediate response is no. I don't want to do it.
Of course. Yeah.
That's the worst part.
What it is. I know that's
isn't
true. That awful?
Well, I mean, if it's Nike shit, that would be awesome. Or like
we don't know.
Jordan,
like if I got a bunch of Shein stuff or a bunch of Fashion Nova, and then they're like,
how am I?
You have to sell these. Yeah. That's what you have.
This is your.
It's like when you first joined the force as a police officer. This is a bad example, but they're not giving you all the murder cases when you first walk in. Hey, you got to go do the beat. You got to go do the things rookies do. That's what you're supposed to do.
Man, but I don't know that I would do it.
As a reseller, you don't get to choose what cases you get or what stuff you get to list.
Yeah.
And you can try. Oh, I'm just going to sell shoes.
Yeah.
All right, good. What do you know about shoes?
Yeah.
Do you have the supply? Yes. Do you have places you can go? Is this inventory available to you? I mean, I love the idea of selling all these sneakers. That's not reality for me though. We don't have a sneaker spot that is just like a bins full of sneakers like they did in Portland.
Right.
That like we could go to any of the bin locations, even in Vancouver, Salem, Eugene, even like those bins, and they would have like a bins of shoes. So let's just say that, I wanted to be a shoe salesperson, no problem. But we're in Vegas and we don't have shoes things like that. Shoes you pay up for them if you want to sell them. Yeah. You have to pay almost like what what the thrift store prices are now, and then hope you find somebody on eBay that will get $25, $30, $40 more than that.
Right.
You know, that's not a business model that's going to sustain at all.
Right.
You can't sell things for $10 over what you paid and expect to make any money at all. I mean, unless that's what you want to do. It
has to be like a super volume.
Yeah, you'd have to be selling so many,
and shoes.
50 a day.
Yeah.
You think you could package up 50 things a day? So not only did they give you this box, right?
Yeah. Or imaginary inventory.
Yeah, inventory to list, picture, and, you know, sell it, whether it's Fashion Nova, Shein, good
Gucci,
good person, or good people, good fellow, or Merona, or Dip, any of those things, and you have to sell it, okay? And even Old Navy double X T-shirts, right? That nobody wants. Right. But we saw one listed actually on ThreadUp, I think. Yeah. Right, and they listed it for like $35, and it's like an $8 item at Old Navy. Anyway, so, but
the point is,
you start, let's just say you do sell some of the things, right? Or they start selling, then you also have to do all that other work. The getting inventorying the item, get the item, package the item, get it out on time. No, you've already listed. Okay. So you still have to do the other parts of reselling. Okay. You just don't get a thrift. Yeah. Right? So you have to do all of it. Yeah. You know, let's just say they send you a bunch of stuff that is raw donations. Okay. You get a box of raw donations made. They come right from somebody's trunk of their car, straight to the public.
Hasn't been sorted.
Has not been sorted. Has not been washed. It could just be
garbage. Yep. Right.
It's just going to be like
bins of stuff.
White kitchen garbage bags full of clothes.
Mess.
Yeah, and you don't know. So let's just say you have to go through that.
Right, you have to sort.
That's the same shit you got to do when you get home from going to the bins. You have to sort all the stuff. What can be washed in the washing machine? What needs to be hand washed? Right. What is a hard good that we just need to get over to the hard good section so we can, get that listed?
There's a fly. Bug. Yeah. That's a challenge
so
because
all of
I
those
don't
other
know
things.
that I would love that.
Yeah, I don't think I would either.
I would not.
I mean, first off, it's not going to be a big money maker if you're not having like a lot of
control over the stuff.
Yeah, you have no control over what you get. Like as a reseller for your own business, obviously, if you go to the bins or the thrift store, you have 100% of the choice if you're going to pick something up or not. Right. You know, if you're not giving that choice anymore, but you still have to do all the work that goes into reselling, would you do it?
It's painful.
My answer would be no.
I would not be interested.
I would not be thrilled about it. I would say, okay, that's an option. Yeah. That isn't an option that is going to...
I'd rather not.
Yeah, I think you'd probably make as much money
doing
working
something
an hourly
else.
job.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
But also, though, let's just say we do get a lot of the stuff, but we do pick all the things we want, and we can do that business model and not have to get a full-time job. Yeah. So you might be able to pull it off, but it would be very, I think there are people
who do that. Yeah. Who just order pallets of things.
Right.
And they'll flip it. Yep. And
well, that's in theory.
In theory.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Right.
But you see the thumbnail on the YouTube video of somebody, hey, I just bought this storage unit for $50. Yeah. And you're like,
that doesn't happen
great.
Often,
you live in an apartment with you have roommates. Great. Okay. You just bought a storage unit. You know what the rules are, right? You have to take everything out the day of
when you buy
auction.
The storage unit.
So great. You just bought an 8x10 for $50 full of broken furniture, garbage, trash bags of who knows what. You know, that's not fun.
It's a whole process. Yeah.
And then you have to get all that. Where are you going to put it all? Let's say you get like 3 couches.
Right.
Are you going to put that in your apartment? No. Your roommates are going to really like that?
No. Unlikely.
Yeah. It's way more that goes into it. As you know, if you were our reseller who's not on YouTube, you know, if you're just making your money, I mean, we're not making money. We don't make money on these. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like if you don't pay attention to what's going on YouTube and you just, list your stuff. And I would be very impressed with the people that do that. If they can cut out the reseller noise and just resell. You go out, you look what's selling. Right. You can look on eBay or Posh, either of them, and look at items
what is sold.
Yep. And you take that with a grain of salt. There are ways to manipulate the sales of eBay items. And not a lot of people agree with me. Or, I haven't had a serious discussion, but, it's almost conspiracy level, but it's not.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway? Did you just anyway me?
Well, we don't need to get into conspiracies.
No, I was trying to say what I was saying was not necessarily the way to go because it borders the conspiracy.
Well, but it's a valid point because on eBay, just because something is purchased doesn't mean they actually paid for it.
Right. So, and you could have
something sold for $1,000.
A person across town who you say, hey, make an offer, I'll accept it.
Right?
That's how they manipulate them. So you get this Starbucks cup from New York that's sold for, they say, what, $8,000? Right. That never happens.
That's not a real sale. But
so when you look at solds, just be careful.
Don't sort by highest. That would just be. I always sort by just in.
Yeah, I just think just be careful.
So what's the fun part about
the other parts of reselling?
Yeah. So it says, what does it feel like walking into a thrift store? What is it that you like? Like, there's an emotional element.
What do I like when I walk into a thrift store?
Right. Is it because you have the option to choose, like,
or whatever I want to look at?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun because you don't know what's going to be there.
Yeah, unpredictable.
Yeah, like that's the part that is exciting. Yeah, so that is the exciting part for me. Like when you walk in, it's like, okay, I know there's the possibility.
There's a gem in here.
There's going to be something I can find, and it's not the red tag ones that they overprice. You know, it's going to be the one they missed, or it's going to be the item that no one else knows about.
There's always something that they miss.
You know, and that's like having that knowledge is part of the excitement.
Right.
You know, because you know things that other people don't, and you know more than what the people running that business know.
That's true.
You know, most of the time. So, yeah, that's part. What do you feel like when you go in?
I mean, it's like I know there's a gem here. I just want to find it.
Right.
And I think because I have a good knowledge base of brands.
Right.
There's so many brands, right?
Like so many options of things.
Literally a bazillion brands. And
not just clothes. We're talking stuff. We're talking everything.
All of the things. Yeah. Like there's
everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
And I know there's something in there that we can find for cheap and sell for more money. So
right.
I think that's the fun part for most resellers. That's why we do reselling, is because we find something that's real cool and we're like, oh my gosh, someone else will think this is awesome like us.
What I like about it, and what people were talking about, and then margins aren't what they used to be, but it's the margins are still better than 90% of the businesses in the world.
Right, yeah.
So reselling old or other people's garbage or other people's stuff that they've gotten rid of, you find it for $1, and even if you only sell it for 25, that margin,
you're not going to find that anywhere else. Grocery stores don't have that margin.
Yeah. Retail stores don't have that margin. Even the thrift stores who are in business as Goodwill, that's not their margin either. It's not, by the time they pay for somebody to go through it, clean it, bring it out, steam it, all of those overhead, all those things. So, I mean, I understand why some of their prices are the way they are. I don't like it when they pick and choose. You know, if you're going to have an item like t-shirts are all this. Jeans are all this.
Some thrift stores are like that. They used
to do that. Yeah, that was like Salvation Army was one of the ones that first did that.
It was just like cups or this. You know,
even like
that,
5-10 years ago. Yeah, like the t-shirt. That is like t-shirts $4.99.
No matter the brand.
Jackets $5.99. Yeah, it didn't matter the brand. Yeah, exactly. What else?
What do you look forward to most when we go into the thrift store?
Sourcing. Look forward to. Like it being done. I want to get in, get the stuff, get out, get home, list it.
So we can get
it's hard though, like just being a human, because your energy supply is not endless.
Right.
You know, and your mental energy is not endless.
And it is draining. It is draining. The listing process can be really tedious. Yep. And
especially if there's so many different things. Like right now, like I have a bunch of different categories of things that need to get listed. Yeah. I don't have very many hats, but we have a ton of hats listed. I've got bags, duffel bags, small bags, and then I have all these electronics that do work. Most of them are vintage or miscellaneous ones that are new in package, or open box ones that need to be listed.
Hey!
Would you stop?
Get over here.
Is he working with us?
I think so.
Or the dog?
I'm going to go look.
Okay. What are we talking about?
Come on. What are you doing? Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh.
Zoomies. We got a zoomie.
He wants to play.
We'll go faster.
Okay. Let's play with him. I mean, doesn't it seem like that's the thing to do? No, but.
Okay. All right. So it says dopamine versus discipline. So are we chasing money? Are we chasing this feeling? Does buying inventory feel like we're being productive? Have we ever sourced instead of listed because it's more fun? And yes.
Not always, but yes.
Once
in a while, yeah.
Have you ever bought something that we shouldn't, that we shouldn't buy? Just because it's a good deal doesn't mean it's good for our business.
Yes. I've stopped us. I know I've stopped us, but so have you, from buying things that may be cool and neat and, but it's like, how many cool, neat things can you buy for $2 and they start piling up?
Right.
And then you have this cool, neat pile of crap.
Right.
And I'm not of age where I'm going to be playing with toys or
They're
gadgets
cool.
for very long.
Like the nostalgia is part of the fun.
I can't run around with my friends and show them the knife I just got, or we're going to go off running off like we used to on our bikes.
Right.
And
be like,
then,
hey, guess what?
Yeah. And then we stop somewhere and I'll talk about all the shit that we just got.
Right.
You know, it's not like that anymore. So what's the point of, it's like, not what's the point? I don't mean that, but
just
there's nothing to brag unless you have reseller friends that you can call up and be like, hey, guess what I found?
That's why I like doing hauls because I'm like, look at all this cool stuff we found. And I used to do that with you.
Right. I know. I like that when you would do the haul before we would even do videos. That was fun to do that.
Like, look at all this cool stuff I found.
And it was like, I'd come home, I'd be at work all day and Jovana would be like, she's waiting for me to come home so she could show me everything. And there was a time when I was like, oh, fine. But then, it was just because I was so tired with what I had going on with the shitty job I had. Anyway, so let's see, what do we look?
Just because it's a good deal doesn't mean it's good for our business.
Yeah. And that happens a lot, like with furniture or with, not a lot, happens like when you see something, you go, yeah, I know I could flip that. But then all the work and everything that goes involved, or everything that goes into it. Like if you find a pair of shoes that, hey, these are great, but they're separated. And then you think, oh, I can fix them. And how often does that happen?
Yes.
So how big of a pile do you have for items that need repaired? It's not like it used to be.
No. But I've gotten much better. I used to have like baskets.
Huge pile, like cashmere sweaters with holes, missing buttons.
Stuff that needs to go to the dry cleaner. Like there's
missing a drawstring.
I used to have baskets and baskets.
We have a pile of white things that we were going to tie-dye and sell because they have like a stain, but they're still good items.
They're still
Which
cool,
I think it's a great thing, but we don't have a ton of time to do these things. We don't have interns working for us or, working.
I'd like an intern.
Yeah. To not pay and take advantage of? No, we don't do that here. We don't take advantage of people here. We would pay you.
I've gotten better, but we still, right now, I have like a bunch of things that, like I got this really great dress that's new with tag, but there is like a seam hole.
Right.
So it's like, I can fix it.
Right.
I haven't. Right. We've had it for probably like 6 months and it's still sitting there.
Why don't you admit that, right?
Well, and everybody has the same experience.
But it's better.
But it is better because I realized,
because you know what that's hanging over you. That's a different pile. That's a different voice of death pile in your ear when you have a pile of things that need to be repaired or cleaned or dry cleaned or some kind of thing that isn't list.
Yeah.
It's something else. What you just added another step to your business that was completely unnecessary.
Yeah.
You're not in the repair business to fix shoes or to fix a broken zipper or
and it's
put a new pull on it.
And it's also more expensive than
and don't just think, oh, no problem, I'll just get a zipper pull. Where are you going to get a zipper pull?
Do you know how to
Tell me where you're going to find a zipper pull.
Yeah.
What are you going to go to Joann Fabrics that isn't open anymore?
Right.
Craft Warehouse?
Hobby
Is that
Lobby.
A place? Hobby Lobby? You're going to find what? A silver one that went on a pink zipper?
Yeah.
Good luck getting it to fit and good luck getting it to work.
It's a whole thing.
Because we've done it. We tried.
have done it.
It's a waste of time. If you find something that's broken or you realize you get home and it's broken and you can't return it, throw it away.
Yeah.
It
feels bad, but it is
Don't let it hang over you. Yeah. It's like anything.
It's not worth the stress.
I remember having assignments in school or having, things that your parents told you to do. Older people will understand. Kids, they don't know. They wouldn't even listen or care.
Right.
Anyway, you remember what that was like hanging over you. It's like, Mom's going to be home in an hour. I haven't cleaned my room. I haven't vacuumed. I haven't done the dishes. Yeah. And I haven't touched my homework.
Right.
And Mom's going to be home in an hour. What am I going to say?
Right.
You better get your ass fucking moving and get that stuff done. Excuse my language. Sorry. That was not necessary for a swear word. But that's the kind of thing. That's the same idea. You are an adult now in an adult world.
You don't have to be in those situations.
Yeah. Don't make things harder on yourself than they really are. And like if you deal with a lot of raw donations and you see something, oh, I can just wash that. Think about it for a second. Stop and think.
Do you know
your
how?
Washing machine is going to screw up. Is it going to screw up other clothes when you wash it?
Like, what is the problem?
Because if you have something and throw it in your washing machine that has grease or oil or something that's not easily, the water does not absorb or separate, it's going to screw up everything. What are you going to go buy a new washing machine? I mean, those are the kind of things you have to think about. And I know that's worst case scenario, and that's usually where my mind goes. So I'm like, okay, it could get as bad as this.
Right.
And
but even like stuff that we get at the bins.
Man, he's cruising. That's a helicopter. Look how fast it's going.
That's a plane, babe.
Is it?
Yeah. It has wings.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
So even stuff that we get at the bins, like I am pickier than I used to be, because I know, like, there are certain stains that I know that I can get out because I've done it a lot. And then there are certain stains that I'm hopeful, like that hat. Yep. And then there are stains that I'm just like, I don't want to spend any energy on that, because it's, you know, at most it's like a $20 flip. So that's what you're doing is spending a lot of extra time and energy on things when you really just need to be listing.
So, like, it's great to have, like, oh, I can do this. Yeah, you can do it, sure. But you're not in the business of cleaning. You're not in the business of fixing. You know, that's not your business model. You don't know how, or you've not done it before. Right. You're like, or you think, I can do that. Because, you know, that's great. I'm happy that you have confidence. Yeah, I know. We got leaf blowers, so we're going to wrap this up now, because I don't want to have to go. But there's enough hard work in relisting anyway. So don't make your job harder than it needs to be. Like, get stuff that you know. Yep. Get that listed. Yep. Take the money, buy better stuff. Right. Yeah, that's always the goal. Yeah. What people say when you're first starting out. You know, you find something that is going to sell. You sell it. Take that money and buy 2 more things. And then you sell those 2 things. You take that money, buy 3 more. I mean, that's the idea. That's how it works. Yeah, that's the idea behind a reselling business. You know, you're obviously not going to start with 100 things. Right. You're going to start with a few things, and that's how it starts. Yeah. And then you can't just jump right in and think you're going to have, like what we're talking about, this imaginary scenario of somebody bringing you items every single week so you can list them. And that's not how it works. You have to get out there and you have to know what you're looking for. You can't just go to the bins and see your friend from school and go stand next to him and think that you're going to hang out and have a social experience. And you're going to have and then you're like, oh, my reselling business isn't working. Right. Because you're not really reselling. You're not doing anything. Yeah, you're just hanging out. That's not what you're doing. So I think this is also like another really great point, is that the hunt builds knowledge. Yes. So when you're out thrifting and sourcing, you're going to be looking at a whole bunch of different tags. You're going to be looking at what's available in your area. You're going to be learning new brands. You're going to be like, there's a whole plethora of things that you are learning, and you're going to stop on something and be like, oh, this is interesting. Look it up, check it out. I know a lot of people don't like to do that in store. Right. Just fucking do it in the store. Yeah. It's not a race. Yeah. Who cares what the person... You don't want to do a bad buy. Somebody's walking towards you. It's fine. Just pull the item and look at it. Grab it, look at it, look it up. It's not a big deal. People do it all the time. You know what I'd say is a great challenge is, as if you are a reseller and you're struggling, or you want to learn, go into the biggest thrift store in your town. Yeah. Don't buy anything. Go look at all the items. Go look at what's different about them. What is this? And just keep looking them up. And spend a couple hours or an hour. Just exploring. 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Right. Any of it. Yeah. And then do it a couple times. That way you know what you go in there and you get excited about what you're finding. And I mean, we want to go to YouTube or videos or people's experience so we can get that idea of what is selling or what they're picking up. And then you see what jeans are selling on eBay. You know, that's not helpful. That's not helpful. You have to. I'd recommend don't go YouTube. Go to the app. Go to YouTube or go to the eBay app or Posh app and look at just recently sold, sort by high to low. If you want to do that. So I used to do that a lot actually. Oh my gosh, yes, we always did. I would I would sort by sold. I would pick a category. We'll say jeans. Yes. And then I would do $50 to $100 because that's the price point that we want. You're shooting for. So we would search 50 to 100 jeans sold just in. So these are the top brands that are selling on Poshmark for $50 to $100. So those are the ones that we're going to keep in our mind. We're going to look at them. I look at the brands. I pull up the listing. What does the tag look like? Like, what's the fabric content? What's the shape of the jean? What's the most common size? Why did it sell for $80? Right. And this one only sold for $20. What's the difference? Look at the list. The listings are public information, most of them, at least recent ones. Yeah. And you can see the ones that sold for $20, and you look at the one for $80, and you go, oh my God, these are identical. Why did this person get $80 and this person only got $20? Could be a lot of reasons why they only got the $20, but the guy with $80 is probably just a couple reasons that his was just his or hers was just a little different. And that's why the person went, oh my gosh, there's value in this listing because of these pictures, these measurements. I want to buy somebody who cares. And you can tell when somebody cares about an item they're listing based on their listing. I promise you, that's how much they cared, at least that day that they were listing that item. And not saying that you don't want to buy it because everybody has off days, But
well, and you can easily buy things that are just like people want to just get stuff out.
Yes. And you'll know the difference eventually
so
of
like,
what people are doing. Yeah.
Just a person who wants to get rid of stuff.
Jeans,
versus a reseller. Yeah.
And that's the title.
Right.
Versus Levi, silver tabs, 1990.
Blah, blah, blah.
You know,
cotton,
wide leg.
Cotton fly, all the things.
Tapered leg or whatever it might be. You know, and it's like you bring up that nostalgia stuff, red tag, those things that in your brain, you know, like, oh my gosh, I remember that.
I remember those.
You know,
those are awesome. I want that.
Furry Levi jacket from 1980.
Right.
You know, or 1987, because I had one.
Yeah.
I don't want one. I think they were ridiculous.
If
at
we
the time,
find
it was
one, I will 100% sell it.
So this is not meant to be a preachy video.
No.
It's meant to be
just think about it.
This is a realistic look at what it's like to be a reseller and what it's like to try to find your identity as that seller, to be, you know, to find success in the things that you've chosen to do.
Right.
But
we all have death piles or money piles, whatever you want to call it. We all have like a back stock of things. We need to get listing, but obviously thrifting is the fun part.
Right.
So you have to find a good balance between pick a day that you thrift and then all the other days you sell, you list.
Part of me thinks, oh, it's good to have back stock, but I don't think that's true. Because let's just say that you and I decided, you know what, this is not moving, you know, things the way we want it to move, so we're going to do something else.
Sure.
So we scrap reselling.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with all that? What are you going to do with all that inventory?
Right, I know.
We have like, I don't know, 4,000 to 5,000 items altogether, and those are things that are listed. We probably have another. I mean, I would say conservatively another 500 to 1,000 items that still need to be listed.
That's probably valid.
Yeah, and I mean like things that I have in the garage that I put aside that I went, you know what, I can sell this.
Yeah.
And then like things that I picked up and then they've either, like we moved, right?
Right.
So a lot of that stuff that when we moved,
we put all in a box.
Is in boxes out in the garage. And they're like little things, but they're things that I don't need right now and I probably won't need.
Right.
And I'm not going to give them to anybody.
Right.
So.
They're just sitting there.
Is that our dog?
No.
Okay. So anyway, so that's, you know, it's just those things to think about. So that's what, you know, we try to, that's why we wanted to make this video for you guys. And this is not anything other than just trying to help you out.
Yeah, just be regular. And, like, we're just normal people. We have experienced all of these things. Ups, sometimes downs, you get more stuff.
Some sales, no sales. We get like we got like free stuff for a while, like all kinds of free stuff. These old vintage newspapers that we had boxes of that this friend of Jovana's gave us. And then once you put out that vibe of, hey, I'm looking for things to sell, honestly, the universe will bring you stuff. Yeah. And it's just, it's works that way with anything, you know, with anything you want to do.
Also, like, because it's free stuff, like, I'm like, yeah, I'll just take all of it. We'll look at it. We'll sort it. A third of it is stuff that we want to sell. Then you have to get rid of the rest of the stuff.
You have to be okay with doing that, though.
Yeah. It's just part of the process.
Don't have a conscience when it comes to that, as far as I know landfills are full. I know there's a garbage problem, but hold on. The garbage problem, this might be a controversial view, is not your fault or my fault. The corporations that are giant,
they're definitely
that have more waste than we ever have. So you throwing away a blouse with a missing button or a box of electronics that you know you're not going to fix.
Nobody's ever.
You don't have the right solder for it anyway, friend.
You don't even know what soldering is.
Yeah, I've never seen a solder before in my life. Our point is, though, is that don't let that stuff weigh you down, because it will, and then you're not going to want to do it anymore.
And then you get debilitated, and then you're like, I hate reselling.
So many people,
it's
and if
hard.
and this is just the people that publicly say I'm done reselling. Like I watched that same video you watched this morning of a guy who resold for, I don't know, 10 plus years. Yeah. And now he's just done.
Oh.
Because he's like, it's not worth it. And he says it's the happiest moment in his life is when he stopped selling on eBay, because it was such a struggle and it was so hard, the ups and downs.
It is hard.
It is hard. And I understand why people stop doing things after they've been doing it a long time. And, like his YouTube video stopped. And a lot of that is because of the editing. And I heard another lady say it today. I was watching a video and she said, I can't do a video like this and have it edited and then also do X, Y, whatever it was. And I was just like, making videos should not be that. It shouldn't be that big of a burden. And I know everyone wants clean, polished, 1 million views per video, but I've got to tell you, the ones where people are just honest and it's not even like polished are probably the best videos.
Well, and too,
in my
I think
opinion, like the bin pickers, they don't
I love
edit them.
They're so fun.
Themselves. They're just real.
Decent, regular stuff.
Yeah.
I think too, to that point, like having something done and completed is better than having something perfect.
Yes. Yes.
Like nothing has to be perfect. Right. Get it done. Do better the next time. Right.
Your perfect's not my perfect, or Jovana's perfect, or your friends or the people that are searching your things.
Right.
So that doesn't have to be perfect. Like listing flawed things to me when I first started, I thought was absolutely insane. Or something with a spot. Why would you list something with, but I didn't understand. There are people out there with skills that you don't even know.
Yeah.
And they can get off spots out of anything.
Right.
Or there's an item that they want. They're really good at
sewing or something. Yeah.
I could tell you, like, if you had a Michael Jordan thing that I wanted, or I saw that, I was like, I didn't even know I wanted it.
Yeah.
But it would say, like, there's a watch, for example, and it's not a good example, but it's missing the buckle piece. I still want it from you. Yeah. I think I have one that was this digital one that came out. I actually have the analog. Is that analog one or is it digital?
It's an analog watch, yeah.
So there was a digital one that was missing a piece, and I wanted it bad enough, and I got it, and it was cheap, $15 or whatever. Right. But I just wanted the face of it because
it gives you feelings.
Nostalgic feelings, and they don't make it anymore. This was the one time that a watch was made with his face on it. So I would still buy it if it was broken.
Sure.
Because
someone wants that.
Somebody will want it.
And I think that's valid too. Yeah. Like even when flawed cashmere pieces, like you can still list them. Some people know how to fix.
Yep.
They know how to stitch. Yeah. They know how to do whatever it is. Yeah. I don't know how to do that. I don't want to know how to do that. Hurry up and get it out.
Yep. Our friend Chris, who sells sneakers in Tennessee, he picked up this nasty, gross pair of shocks at the bins, and he said one guy looked at him and just threw them back. And Chris knew, because of his experience, he's been doing it for 10 years. Yeah. He knows how to clean shoes and make them look
good.
Yeah, and not
brand. That's his area of expertise.
But that's what he does. He's so good at it. And so we've given him shoes before. Like, I can't do anything with this shoe. I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to do anything. Just take it. And he sold it for like $50. Yeah. And it was just missing one of these pull tabs. Easy. It was a pair of black cats, right, that he sold for $50. And we were just looking at them because I didn't want to wear them anymore. Yeah. I would, I was the one who pulled that tab off because I wore them, But anyway, so that's the thing. He will see, like, you could put a pair of dirty shoes up, and if somebody sees that and goes, oh my gosh, I know what those could sell for. Yeah. Like a clean pair of shocks could go for $100 versus a nasty pair,
nobody wants.
That's not clean and looks gross for maybe 20, maybe, and they're hoping they can actually, do something with them, or they're just going to use them to paint the house in.
Right. Who cares, right?
So that's the thing is, like, once you develop that skill, you know what to look for and how to get those good deals.
And what do you want to invest your time in?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and if you're a good cleaner and you see things, because my eyes don't see all of the spots that need cleaning when I pick something up. I honestly, and I when I get home and go, how did I miss that? And I do it all the time. Like, how did I miss that? And Jovana's like, oh, it's okay, don't worry. And I'm like, well, yeah, it's small, but I should have noticed it. But my emotion and want at the time, when I pick it up and go, oh my gosh, this is awesome, and I don't even look at it. Right. I just know it's potentially for sale if there's nothing wrong with it. Just throw it in your cart and not look at it. But don't make that mistake.
So I think too, like, listing things that are flawed is okay.
It's better than not listing.
It's better than not listing. Yep. So either you list
better than holding on.
If you have a pile of flawed things or things that need repairs, either you decide you fix them right now. Right. Let's fix them right this second.
Right this minute. Yeah.
Or you throw it away. Or you list it as is and just get $10
and make sure you make notes of it. Yeah. Don't run the risk of having a return. Make sure you put even in the title, read, because people don't know how to read. Just
make a note. And either get it listed or don't, and then move on. Try not to carry all of that with you. Right. Just a pile of flawed items because you want to save them and they're cheap or free or whatever. We did that, and and you just have to you have to make a decision.
So, like, I know now that I feel better and things are like going, like, physically feel better. Those are the things I know that we should be doing, and those things I just didn't have energy to do before.
Right.
And so now it's like, I know I can sit down with this bucket of electronics that I have inside, or these bag of electronics, and go, do I need to sell this? Or can I sell this?
Can we sell
Is this garbage? Why did I even pick it up? And these are things I picked up probably in Oregon that I still have, that I haven't gone through. That's also because we keep bringing in more new stuff, and I wasn't getting on. And that's partly because of, like we said, life happens, like I had health issues and I couldn't do things.
Physically
a lot of days, and I would see this pile and just be And it was spiraling because I felt bad anyway.
Yeah.
And then I see this pile of stuff that I know I need to be getting on. You're working at doing a makeup job that's taking you all day, and I've sat there and done nothing all day.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize what my problem was. But that's the things that happen in life. You know, those are things that distract you, take you away from, you know, what your goal is. And if your goal is to work independently and not have to go get a job working for an asshole, you know, these are the things that will help you be successful.
Yeah, you have to. It's really decisions. Like, you just have to decide.
Yeah. Just,
I know it's hard.
I know, just do it.
Reselling is hard. I know,
but that is a good motto. I still have that little thing you used on me. Jovana found this little seam.
Like a tagging gun, but you can use it for seams, for tiny.
And I said, "What is that?" And she goes, "Let me show you." So she grabbed my sleeve and put this little tag in it, and it's like, look, it's
just there still.
Plain. Anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the video.
Hopefully you learned a couple of things, or like maybe we just like reiterated stuff you already know.
You just needed to hear it.
Or encourage you.
That's what I find too. It's like old stuff, or even just general things about motivation it's a good reminder.
Good reminder. We're all in the same boat. Like we all have these things.
There's enough stuff for everybody. This isn't a competition between us and you, or us and people in, you know, other resellers who are what you see as successful.
Right.
Yep. We're the same people. There's no better than you. I'm no better than you.
We're all the same.
Yeah, and you
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out. So there's no reason not to support each other in this community.
Right.
That's one thing that I think that we've both talked about.
Yes.
Is that I'm not talking bad about people. I'm saying like as generally, what we want to do is something positive, because there's a lot of negativity and a lot of gatekeeping and not networking with people, like-minded people. Because there are, you know, resellers out there who are absolutely will not talk to other resellers about what they do, because they think they're giving secrets away. It's like, if I have secrets, then you should be giving me money for them or something for them. Right now, this is all free. And it'll always be free. You know, our information, you know, the way we do things.
Regular stuff.
Yeah, just regular people. And these people are just,
it's okay. If you have questions, comments.
Aren't as great as you think they are. They aren't, you know, it's easy to pretend to be something that you're not when you have a 15-minute clip,
I think
5-minute clip,
any industry,
30-second short, you know.
Any industry, you know people who are like that. Yeah. So we're trying to just be super transparent and regular. And
and helpful and supportive. And we want people to reach out. There's been a few people that have reached out to us just to say hi. And they're just like us. You know, it's like, you know, these are the things I do. And we appreciate you saying that.
To live our life, pay our bills.
Yeah, there's no reason to be nasty about it.
Have some enjoyment. So if you have questions, comments, leave them below or reach out.
Yep.
We're in Vegas. If you guys are this way,
let us know.
We'd love to go thrifting with you. Show you some cool spots.
Or just whatever.
Or, you know, subscribe, share with your friends.
Links are below if you feel like shopping at our closets.
Stores. It's
eBay.
Good. I mean, I look at other people's stores too, just to kind of get an idea of what things are happening for them.
Remember, friends don't let friends sell on Whatnot.
Oh goodness. I think if you can get money out of Whatnot, take it.
I know, but I personally don't like it.
I know.
I think it's really cringy. People begging for things on video.
We're gonna move along then. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
No one makes it to this part of the video anyway. So.
Maybe they do.
Yep. If you made it to this part of the video, leave a comment below with the number 23. That's it.
And we'll know.
Thank you. Love you.
Bye-bye.
I don't know. Done.
Mike out.
Mike.